Okay, you don't see me, but hello, hello. Hi. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Big bowl, yes. It's a really big bowl. So yeah, hi everybody. Hello. It's our first ever Handcam cooking stream. So welcome. Welcome everybody. This is your reward for a community challenge. So you collected your pocket money to witness me cooking, basically. Surgical gloves, nice. Yay! I'm a mafia boss after all. You know, sometimes I need to do some dirty stuff. So, yep. So what are we gonna do today? Today we are reward for paying taxes. You are so right. You see on this channel, you see where your taxes goes, right? Right. So what we're gonna do today? What we're gonna do today? We're gonna cook. Obviously, we're gonna cook pretty much popular Russian dish called Olivier. So it's basically a salad which cooked like for a New Year feast. You probably could find this salad on every single table, you know, in Russia when it is a New Year holiday, New Year time. But it's not a New Year, but I'm pretty much ready to treat myself with this salad because I like this. So let me introduce you ingredients we gonna use for a salad. Oh shit. Okay, my setup is really tight, so I'm sorry if I'm gonna bonk something. Okay, not explicit thingy. Okay, so we're gonna use the carrot. Wait, let me put in the bowl away. So we're gonna use carrot, we're gonna use potatoes. They are already, these things already boiled in skin, as you see. So yeah. Wait, what happened to the wait. That's weird. Okay, never mind. So yeah, if it's gonna get a little bit darker on the background, don't mind, because it's clearly the evening for me, so it's sunset and stuff, so it may get a little bit darker gradually. So a good chef always tastes its creation, sure. So we're gonna use potatoes and carrot. I probably will start from them, and so we're gonna use for these eggs. We're gonna peel them today. So yeah, eggs. We're gonna use something like a ham. I'm not sure how to explain what it is because it looks like a giant sausage. Yes. Hi. So yeah, it looks like a giant sausage basically. I know that not all countries had specifically this type of ham, but let's call it ham probably. But I will, while I will do my chopping stuff, I will explain you alternatives, because this salad can have alternatives in terms of meat you use there. Big sausage, yeah, you're right, that's a big sausage. So yeah, and of course if you don't have like this type of ham with no, you know, this white stuff sometimes inside, and it's not smoked, and it's hard to explain really. So yeah, and if you don't have these giant sausages, you probably can try to find something like regular size sausages. They should be available pretty much everywhere. And I also will explain some alternatives for this ingredient. So what else? We're gonna use green peas, and the last but not least ingredient, we're gonna use pickles. I found with the chili, but you basically need just a salted pickles. So that's our ingredients for today. Potato boiled. Yes, potato is already boiled, so that's why I can just carefully peel the thin skin from this. So yeah, we are not in a rush. That's why I can do it like not really fast, but it's really good peeling. It's not usually like this, I guess. So yeah. So and yeah, of course, if you will try this at home, share it. You can share it in our Discord. We have a special chat for this called Kitchen Nightmares, where we share our cookings. We cooking. I hope you're happy.
Big
Oh no,
stretch.
I need to do a big stretch. Okay, you can witness me doing a big stretch. No, stretch. Okay, I doing my stretch. I'm doing. Ha. So yeah. How they doing this? Hello, Chad. That's for you. That's for you, Chad. Wait. Oh wait, I can actually do it like this, right? Wait. So I watch sometimes videos like Italians or other foreigners try Russian food. So and every time they give them mimosa, they give them borscht and salamka and okroshka and holodets.
Hello,
So the
how are you?
weirdest
I am under the water.
stuff we
Please
have
help me. Here too much raining.
always presented to foreigners as a concept of Russian cuisine. Okay, hydrating. Give me a moment. I actually have my wait, good soup. So yeah, the paint from this cup is slowly detaching, and I covered it with the sticker. By the way, I draw it myself. So yeah, I don't want to buy a new cup. I just cover holes with the stickers. What is better, boiled carrots or raw carrots? I like both. So my thing with the carrots is that I already mentioned it multiple times, but I was born on the north, and when you're born in the north, fruits basically not the regular thing on your table. So apples like the easiest fruit to get there, and I don't really like apples. I mean, I like it in pies, but not the fresh. I don't know why. But I really like carrots always. So when I was a child, it's literally been easier for my mom to convince me to eat raw carrots because it's sweet enough. So it was easy to convince me to eat the carrot, but almost never fruits, except the bananas probably. So obviously, what we're doing now is like chopping everything. Like max this size, I think. It's like max. I don't like big chop. I'm not sure how many I need for this amount, basically. So I'm gonna use 3, and if 3 will be not enough, I have a 4th. The next tricky task will be cut them without the special cutter, just with a knife. It will be painless, I promise. It's usually like this. Yeah. Add an extra layer of egg. Okay, so let me put it away. Let me take these real quick. Sorry, eggs, you're gonna be ugly in this salad. How long you boil the eggs? It's like the hard boiled, I think. So about 10 minutes. So these yolks should be hard. Otherwise you will not be able to cut it like this. I have egg slicer, but it works horribly. He just mentioned that. I understand, but you see, with a knife, it's not better, kinda. I mean, I try my best, but it's gonna be a mess anyway, especially on the last egg, because when knife covered with the yolks, it's ultra sticky. Potato is basically the dominator here. I think we should add the 4th one. How do you think? I think we need we should add the 4th egg. So basically all ingredients should be more or less in the same proportions. So, and if you don't like anything from the list, you obviously can reduce the amount of this ingredient. It's not gonna damage the salad taste fatally, I think. You can't exclude it completely, but you can just reduce. I don't like, so I like okroshka as a salad. I don't usually use the kvass or kefir. I eat it as a salad, usually. I'm gonna be hated for this. Please don't cancel me for this statement. My less favorite thing in the world, which is, for me, kind of ruin the dish completely, is ginza. I forgot the English name for this. It's something else, but yeah. So it's time to cut our giant sausage with it. Giant sausage on board. So yeah, I promised you to tell you alternatives for this because it's not the healthiest option, and also you probably could not find something like this in your country. if you ever would like to cook this salad.
Hello,
It's
how
like
are
a
you? I am under the
default
water.
one. Default
Please help
option.
me. Here too much raining.
Thank you for the hydrate. I do my hydrate, by the way. Let's do the hydrate. So, if you can find this thingy, as I said, you can use just regular sized sausages, which should be available. So just try to find something look alike this, without any extra, seasoning, without intensive seasoning or something. It's just, cube of meat, basically. So, and this salad can be, at least I saw interpretations with the beef and with the chicken. It's a weird interpretation, but in case you can't find or refuse to eat something like this, you can use either a boiled chicken. As for the Caesar salad, as for any other salad with a chicken, basically. Or I also saw a variation with the beef. I guess also boiled, not the fried one. So I know that some people use fresh cucumbers for this, but I prefer to use pickles because I like pickles. Let me actually test. Oh, spicy. No fucking way. Are you serious? Okay. Okay, chili pickles. Okay, I'm watching the timer. Wait, when the time will change, I'll start to do the editing. Посмотрев на балалайку, сразу видно, что автор по фемдому. Что такое фем... Подожди, что это значит? Пока вот есть возможность, объясни мне. Потому что я... Как это... Я женщина уже не молодая. Мне эти ваши домы не сильно знакомы. Фемдом — это female domination. Ой, пон. Тогда да. О боже. Хорошо. Я знаю еще одного автора, который, кажется, в этой теме. Называется Фудзимото. С гребаной бензопилой. Бедный Денчик. Тот точно в female domination попал. Знаете, вот я не парень, но моя любовь к балалайке, она вот такая же, наверное, как и у мальчишек, которые смотрят Лагуну. И я бы не стала делать свою модель, основанную на балалайке, если бы не считала, что балалайка топ. Балалайка лучшая девочка. The bowl is not big enough for this humongous salad. I'll try to be careful by mixing this. I also wanna show you how I like to eat this. So because it's not ending here, for me at least. But basically salad is almost done. So basically when you finished to mix all the ingredients like we did here, right? So you see like almost everything is the same proportions, or just in proportions you personally prefer, because some people would like to, you know, reduce pickles, for example. So after you mix in everything, you add in on top of this a mayonnaise. If not mayonnaise, you kind of can mix mayonnaise with a sour cream to, you know, keep it moist enough, but, you know, also, or maybe, okay, you technically, if you want to make like a diet version or something like that, you can use chicken instead of ham. Oh, ham just jumped to the pickles. So you can use chicken instead of ham, and for example, instead of mayonnaise, you can use sour cream with seasoning like salt and everything, because here we didn't add any pepper, any salt, because we rely on the mayonnaise basically. Yep, good. I like this amount of everything. So that's how it looks like on a typical New Year Russian table, the Olivier. So what I personally like to add to this everything, I like, first of all, of course, mayonnaise. I just added this here. Today I allow myself to eat bad stuff, okay? Because it's already late anyway, and I already fucked up my eating schedule with this, but it's okay. So what I like to add, I really like green onions. So I added, recently I basically added almost everywhere. So that's why I like to add green onions. And like, absolutely unnecessary, but I like to eat salad with the stuff like bruschetta, like this, you know, like basically baked bread. It's not necessarily like bruschetta. Sometimes you can buy it like more plain. I just had some with sour cream and tomato, olives, and oregano. So altogether, it will be like a flavor bomb, I promise. Oh my gosh, it's so crunchy. Damn, it looks super healthy. It just looked like this because mayonnaise never is healthy, and this ham is not the healthiest option here, but you know. You can try. It's not the worst option, trust me. It's not the worst. The only things that make this salad kind of unhealthy is mayonnaise and ham. If you change it to, as I said, to the chicken, for example, and to sour cream with the seasoning, it will be kinda healthy thingy.